Thank you so much for joining us. This channel is for spiritual growth, connection, influence, and positive influence. Spirituality is a big plus for me, and also having to say that it's important for my viewers to know that it took me a long time to decide whether I was going to do videos or not for positive influence, spiritual influence, and one of my biggest challenges was doing videos with showing my guests and who I learn with. But after seeing many women who have videos who are religious and Orthodox, and they have videos of cooking channels and all that, I noticed that there isn't anything wrong with that as long as it's being used in the right way. Whatever anyone chooses to do, that's on them. So, I would like to first give us a blessing that this learning should be for our peace and finding our journey in life, and to have peace and to ask for the mercy of the Creator of the world to have mercy upon all of us and to save us and protect us. Amen.
Amen.
All right, so what are we learning today that we can share with everyone who can merit from this?
Okay, so today we're in the second reading of the Chumash for the Parsha for this week, which is Parshas Noah.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll start with Pasuk Aleph in the second Aliyah, Shem. So V'yomer Hashem l'Noach bo yata v'chal beisecha v'lateva. Hashem says to Noah that you and your household, for I've seen, for you and your household, and will all come unto the ark. Ki oisecha v'isi tzadik lifnei b'dor hazeh. For I've seen that you are righteous before me in this generation. So Rashi comments on this. It's a big question on what does it mean. Why does Hashem say in this generation that he's a tzaddik? Why about every generation he's a tzaddik? Why not just say he is righteous, right? So there's obviously the Torah is coming to teach us something. Raisi tzaddik, for I've seen that you are righteous. And it says here, V'lo yomar tzaddik tamim. Here he doesn't state tzaddik tamim, means that he's always a tzaddik. Miban shomrim, we learned from this that we tell mikzeh shivchoi shel adamit nav, only a part of man's qualities in his presence. All of them when he is not present.
Did you read this whole thing right here?
Huh? Just up to here.
Okay. After you get to here, I'd like to discuss what we just read and what we're learning from this.
So the Chumash here has a note that above, when the Torah tells us of Noah, it relates all his qualities. Tzaddik Tamim. Here, God is addressing Noah, and therefore he tells him only some of his qualities, omitting Tamim. So above, when the Torah tells us of Noah, relates all his qualities. Tzaddik Tamim. Here, though, God is addressing Noah, and he's addressing Noah directly, and therefore he's telling him only of some of his qualities.
Okay. So what did we? First of all, did we clarify what we're learning right now and what we're reading? Because I don't know if we said that. So I'd just like to reiterate what is it we're learning today?
Sure. This is in the Chumash.
Yeah.
Parshas Noah.
Parshas Noah. We're not doing Bereshis. Because after Bereshis is Noah.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So
see, we're all learning together.
This is the daily reading with
We're
the
learning
Chumash.
together. This is what it's all about.
With the Chumash is split up to weekly readings and daily readings. And so the daily reading and often if you don't have a Chumash and you want to go to Chabad.org in the daily study part, Chumash, it's going to take you right to the right spot.
Yes, but this channel is not only going to be with me and my future husband, of course. It's going to be with me and a lot of my amazing community female friends. We're going to be having open discussions and learning together, and we really hope that by us doing this, that we will help spark another person's soul to get closer to clarity and to get closer to God, the creator of the world. So I like to try like different learnings of different things. It shouldn't just be one thing. I like to give a variety of things, and being that I'm a variety of my ethnicity, I'm Moroccan, Tunisian, Israeli, New Yorker, I like to have variety too. So I'd like to elaborate though, Yaakov, if we can just understand what you just read.
Sure. Well, actually, I pulled out this Chumash. It's Kihas Chumash, which has a lot of additional or more clear commentary on the subject, and it actually brings the commentary into the text itself and makes it read like a storybook, so it's not as choppy as the Torah will be. They incorporate the commentary into the Torah, and of course they let you know with bold print what's the actual pasuk. But it says here, God said to Noah, come into the ark, you and your entire household, for it is you that I have seen to be righteous before me in this generation. And then it says after, in regular print, it says, although the Torah records earlier that Noah, it says, this comes from, look at the Stichas. So one of the Stichas of the rabbis says, although the Torah records earlier that Noah was both righteous and faultless, but here it says God only praises Noah for his righteousness, but it is not appropriate to enumerate all of a person's merit when addressing him directly. So he's only dealing with one thing, right? The righteousness. He's not saying he's righteous and he's perfect. He says, let's talk about your righteousness right now. You're the most righteous person in this generation.
Okay.
So,
what is Noach? What is Noach? What is the root shoresh of Noach? Noach, because every word in Hebrew, 99% of the time, it has a shoresh. It has a root. Like what's the abbreviation? What's the root word of a word, right?
Well, it's nun ches.
So what is nun ches?
I don't know what the meaning of it is offhand, but it's interesting. Somebody said today that there are 7 ways to misspell Noah. They didn't tell me what those were, but
very interesting.
Yeah, there's 7 misspellings of Noah. So none, you could say none, vav.
Very interesting. I didn't know there's like 7 different ways to spell Noah.
7 ways to misspell.
Oh, misspell. I can see how that is.
But you could add a vav in there. That, for example, I don't know what all the 7 misspellings are. That's one of.
So your job is to find out what it is and bring it back to our viewers so we can share it next time.
The 7 ways to misspell.
Right? Isn't that fair to do that to him? Okay, great.
Okay.
I'm glad we all agree.
Okay.
Okay.
So what is basically saying is well, I think one thing we can learn out from this is that basically you are who you surround yourself with, right?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I mean, in that generation, there weren't other righteous people. There weren't many very righteous people. Everybody else, they were criminals. They were robbers specifically. They were sin of robbery is why the flood happened. So
I'd like to say something about that comment that you are who you surround yourself with, because people such as myself think, the stinking thinking of saying, I know who I am. I don't have to worry about who I hang out with. It doesn't matter what their status is, what their religion is, who they are. you know, it's okay. I'll just continue being myself. I'll be who I am no matter what. That is an absolute lie that you tell yourself, and I've told myself, because what happens is when you start hanging around certain people, even my friends that I've left behind, maybe those are the wrong, poor choice of verbiage, but even friends that I had in the past that no longer serve my purpose. What does that mean? I'm not saying I'm better than anyone. I'm not saying that anyone is better than me. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone else either. What I'm saying is that when you start learning and progressing and you start growing and you're not meshing because you want to keep striving and striving, but maybe your friends don't want to, maybe they're not the best fit for you for this next journey in your life, you can always just let them go with love and say, you know, to yourself, you know, you're not a good fit, this person's not a good fit for me. I let him go with love and I move forward and really work on not holding any resentments, whatever. Every single person in our lives teaches us something, whether you like it or not. Every single person, every single situation in your life, there's always at least one thing that you can take as a lesson learned that you didn't even think would be a lesson learned. It just happens to be that after learning this comment, I started thinking every single person in my life teaches me something, and I learn a lot from them, right? And I learn from even a person on the elevator, a 5-second, 1 to the second floor and 2 to the first floor. There's something there. There's always something in everything, and I learned this with a lot of Torah learning. Thank God, Baruch Hashem, that the more you learn, the more knowledge you get. The more knowledge, the more power. Power for what? Power not to be powerful over the country and the United States. I'm not talking about that kind of power. For me, power is when the evil inclination is telling me to do something wrong that I know is wrong, and having the power from the knowledge. Knowledge is power, and power is what you need when you need to battle yourself between the evil inclination or the good inclination. That's what I mean about power. You have that power because you have the knowledge of what to do. So that's what I wanted to say.
So I think when you go out on
About that.
you go into the world,
Mhm.
okay, and the flood is about to hit. You have to build yourself a boat and choose who you're going to have in that boat, right?
Mhm.
You're going to have two of this kind of animal, two of that kind of animal, two of this kind of animal, two of that kind of animal,
Yeah.
and the rest of them you're going to, you know, offer, but they're going to say no. In other words, when I say you offer, listen, if you do this kind of work, you can step up and you can be, you know, better than who you are.
But you do have to monitor who you spend your time with.
Certainly.
And I can tell you that the new friends that I have in my life, they actually encourage me to be more modest about how I dress and how I behave and how I talk and how I present myself, you know, so I think it's very important to monitor who you share your life around and who you surround yourself with, definitely.
Sure.
And also for your children, you want to teach your children that you surround yourself with good people, you know, good people who make good choices, people who are sympathetic, you know, just like,
Well, you
just
want
like
to have
you said.
you want to have people who are going to help you to design the boat. You're going to want to have people who are going to
That's
help
what you mean, yeah, yeah.
that are available to be able to fix the boat.
Yeah, that's what
You're
you
gonna,
meant.
You're going to want to have
Okay.
some navigators on board,
Right.
right? You're going to want to have, what else? How deep can we go here?
You know, I think
people who can take care of your pets and animals.
You know, I think we get the point of the importance, but it doesn't happen there. Sometimes people have to be told things over and over and over and over again until they get it. I personally, you know, if you tell me the fire is going to burn you, if you touch the fire, you're going to get burned, as opposed to don't touch the fire because you're going to get burned. I'm the type of person that will touch the fire, get burned, and say, oh, the fire burns you. Okay. So for me, I have to learn in many different ways. Okay. So for me, I have to learn the way God knows how to teach me things, because otherwise I'll just take it for granted, right? And I'll just say, oh, whatever, it's not that important. But when something hurts and something really affects you, you're like, okay, there's something here, right? Like this, I gotta learn from this, because otherwise I'm just gonna keep getting hurt. So, you wanted to say about the boat and all that? Yes, it's very powerful stuff.
Yeah.
Very powerful stuff. And I really want to learn also, besides this, I learned tonight with my husband, my future husband, that he showed me some things in the Siddur, which is the prayer book, the Jewish prayer. So he showed me in the beginning, you know, Hashem who's Rachamim, and he's so merciful, and he's so empathetic. Shmona Esrei, sorry, my error. He showed me Shmona Esrei at the beginning. Of course, I know Hebrew because I know how to read, write, speak English and Hebrew fluently, and I know a lot of the Hebrew words. But sometimes, you know, the way that it's spelled or used, I don't know all the words, unfortunately. So we have a Hebrew and English Siddur, and he showed me tonight the powerful explanation. Even in the beginning of Shmona Esrei, one of the most powerful prayers in the Siddur. It's like powerful. I can't tell you enough how many times I prayed in the Siddur, and I just feel this ultimate connection to Hashem, to God. And I really want to share this next time we learn another subject. I want to learn this on our next video, that we want to learn the Shemona Esrei, Hebrew and English. It is powerful stuff. Powerful. And I think you will really appreciate it and benefit from it. So may we all merit to have good news in our lives every single day. And God bless you all.